When we get emotionally triggered, we usually look outside of ourselves, right? We look around to the people who are involved in maybe in the argument or in the upset that they seemingly have caused you. And therefore, our focus is on them. But this video is all about stop focusing on the other people and actually come back to yourself and only look within, because only there in yourself is the realm where you can make a change, right? Okay, I am Carolina Cummins. I am a self-love mentor. I'm a spiritual guide, and I'm here to assist you to move out of your egoic mind and to come back to your true higher self so that you can empower yourself and live a fulfilled life. So the mistake number one is that we are telling stories after stories on what they have done. For instance, somebody lies to you, and maybe that keeps on happening, and they keep on making up little lies. They're just not truthful. And of course, no good relationship can come from that. So you have a part to play. You are relating to this person who is not telling the truth, but you get upset about that person and you want to change them. You want to tell them, this is not what you do, this is not loving, this is not right, this is not good behavior, and so on. So you're constantly focusing on the other person, but you are part of that relationship. You are relating to that person. In everything that is happening in life, there is always a message for you there. And this is the spiritual advice. Life is always giving you the next step that you need to empower yourself a bit more. And it could be very uncomfortable. It could be devastating even. But if it's devastating, it's only because you've gone against the grain. You've gone against life itself, basically. You haven't listened to your own inner nudges, to your own guidance, to your own insights, yeah? So once you have acknowledged and really taken the responsibility to your behavior, that you have actually given this other person your power by letting them upset you, basically. Okay, but this happens naturally, yeah? You get upset for a reason. But once the other person has given you the message that there is something within you that needs to be resolved, not in them. This is the most important thing. That's why you need to take your focus off them now and focus on you and go inside. So that's now really, really important that most of the people still don't do. But when you do that, you are going to change your life drastically. You're actually going to start the journey of self-empowerment. You're going to sever yourself from the other person's behavior because they can do whatever they choose to do. It's their life and it's their decision. It's got nothing to do with you and you cannot influence them. They have the right to live their life from their perspective. And you focus on you. So you can now take back your power and you go inside and you make a new decision. How am I going to respond next time when somebody does something that you find hurtful? So if you don't want to burn yourself out and stay in the stressful situation, always getting triggered by others or feeling really emotionally in pain because of others, first of all, realize and really see that you can do something about it by acknowledging that you can only work on yourself and that the pain is inside you and therefore you can deal with it. You can do something for it, right? So when you are not doing that, you are getting more and more drained. And that's why you are maybe close to burnout, because you're constantly looking, what are the other people doing? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to talk behind my back, and things like that. When your focus is on other people, you get drained You get tired, and because you give your power away. It's like an energy leak that's constantly leaking out of you. You're not containing your energy anymore, and therefore you are draining your own power. This is a really important insight. And therefore, it's so important to focus only on yourself. That is self-love. That is self-empowerment. So, because when you do that, you are now able to refuel yourself. And this is the must-do step. This is the most important step that, again, a lot of people don't do. So look inside, number one, and write out everything that you are thinking when this other person is doing the lying or whatever it is that upsets you. Talk about only, not the story, talk about how does it make you feel? What meaning do you give that? That means I am not good enough. That means I'm stupid. That means they don't like me. That means they don't want me. That means they reject me. Whatever comes, write it out, because that is a very important, a limiting belief that you need to know that you have, so you can actually turn it around. And then help yourself by filling your own cup again. And, you know, because you probably wanted the other person to be doing something different so that you will feel better. You kind of want them to fill your own cup. But they can't do that. Only you can do that. Even if they were really loving, they still can't do it because you could block it or you can not receive it. So you need to now decide to love yourself. So whatever you wanted from the other person, you need to give to yourself. It could be just to say, I love you. I love you exactly as you are. I love you unconditionally. And by doing that, every day you are filling your own cup. And then also, very important, if you've got a strong belief that is actually the cause of the trigger, find the belief and turn it around and make it into the opposite. You know, whatever feels good to you, whatever feels like, yeah, when you read that, yeah, the new belief, it needs to make you feel uplifted. It needs to fill you, you know, with your own love. And when you do that, when you say that to yourself with feeling, with a loving feeling, you are completely reprogramming your mind and your brain. And you can maybe sense that. Every energy, every thought, every sentence is energy, and it sends out an energy to you. And it either makes you feel low and depleted, stressed, fearful, or it makes you feel uplifted, joyous, peaceful, at ease, calm. And of course, you want to choose those sentences and beliefs that uplift you or make you feel good in some way. And now, once you've got maybe 2 or 3 new beliefs, now the work begins, really, the real work begins. And which is actually to feed yourself again with good and high quality energy that uplifts you and that creates a new habit. And this is the most important thing. You're now creating a new habit that is helping you to focus on yourself. And by saying those nice things to yourself, and by telling yourself that you must only ever focus on yourself because the other person is their own person. It's not your business. Because in the past, it was a habitual reaction to focus on the other person because you've done it all your life. You see, and that's why that is the easiest, and that's why you keep on doing it. Because you haven't stopped that pattern, that habit. And now it's time to create a new habit that is praising you, that is telling you beautiful things about yourself, and that's installing a new belief that you want to believe in order to succeed now in a situation that you had where you got triggered. So next time, or say in a month or 2 or 3 months time, you're not going to feel triggered anymore because you've done your inner work. And that's how you empower yourself. Can you see? So it does take work, it does take effort, and it does take dedication. But the rewards are so priceless because they are changing your life. They're changing your life from being maybe a victim, from feeling drained and stressed and burnt out, from pleasing other people all the time and draining your energy, to finally feeling loved because you love yourself, feeling empowered, feeling fulfilled, feeling uplifted, feeling successful, feeling in peace. And the more you do that, the less you actually care about what other people do, because now you're learning to become neutral to other people's behavior. You allow them to be as they are. And when you can do that, you are actually at a starting point of having very loving and harmonious relationships with anybody, you know, friends or family, or with your loved one. And that's when the beautiful life starts. And that's when you are loving yourself no matter what, and that's when you are living your life from love. I've got a video coming up here at the end that goes more into detail what you can do when you get emotionally triggered. And yeah, it gives you a lot of insights on how to exactly deal with an emotional trigger. Have a nice day. Until next time. Bye for now.